Happy Midwife Monday, everybody. This is Midwife Galina coming to you with my Ouija shirt on. And we are going to talk about, I found this paper I made, worksheet, pamphlet, flyer, however you want to call it, that I made for my clients about like common ailments and herbal remedies for the end of pregnancy. So I thought, well, let's go through each one with my followers so you can get some tidbits as well. So the first one I want to talk about is heartburn. So heartburn can happen sometimes, more often than not, in pregnancy. And there's a few reasons why, right? So a lot of times, the baby is squishing all your organs, moving things around, which can kind of disrupt the acid in your tummy, which can come up and sometimes really hurt. But another thing that can really affect you having heartburn is the foods that you're eating, right? So sometimes foods can cause fermentation in your gut. You can be allergic to it, and allergies can present and go away at different times. So you want to really be careful about the foods that you're eating and if it links to a flare-up. Another thing is the poor posture that we have, pregnant and even not pregnant. We often tend to just not have good posture because we're sitting, hunched over, tired, whatever the case may be. But when our posture is poor, it can also change how our stomach sits and can cause disruption because of that as well. So what are some solutions that you can do for heartburn? So I think the most obvious is going to be eating better foods. So typically we always say, try to not eat fried foods. Try to have small, frequent meals. Also try to stay away from too many carbs, because usually that can sit and start to ferment in your gut. When you're pregnant, your digestion kind of slows a little bit because of the hormones being released. So I think if you stay away from the carbs, which we want you to in pregnancy anyway, you can decrease the chances of that sitting there, maybe fermenting, and then that being the reason why you are getting the heartburn. But what are some herbal suggestions that you can take to help if you've tried all of that and you're still getting it, right? And it could be you're acidic or too much alkaline, right? So we try to balance it with different things. But some herbal suggestions can be marshmallow root. That's really great to help. Slippery elm is very soothing. You're going to prepare it as a cold infusion. Yellow dock, which I really like because it also increases your iron and helps with constipation. So yellow dock is great. It's bitters and can help with improving digestion. Calamus, if a person runs, so if you run like on the cold side, which I always am, I am always cold. It could be dead of summer in Florida and I am cold. So yellow dock is also, calamus is really good for people who run cold. And then to try to play the opposite end of it is vinegar. So vinegar with a meal can be really helpful. I'm obviously favoring apple cider vinegar when you're choosing this option, and you just water it down, do a shot of it. It can be really helpful to balance it out. So remember, there are different causes, so there'll be different remedies to help. So I hope you enjoyed your little Monday midwife tidbit on heartburn. Thank you.